Dance, dance! Find that microphone. Oh, marching in, oh, when the grads go marching in. Oh, how I wanna be in that number. Go when the grads go marching in.
My, oh my. Let's give it up for Olympia's own Artesian Rumble Orchestra. My name is John Carmichael. I have the honor of serving as Evergreen's president. So welcome to Evergreen. Welcome to the southern shore of the Great Salish Sea, to the ceded lands of the Squaxin Island Nation, the people who from time immemorial have cared for these lands and cared for these waters. I extend a special welcome to the Squaxin Island people who are here with us today and to all Native people joining us on this special day. After 2 years of remote Zoom graduation, how fortunate we all are to be able to gather like this today. Welcome to the graduates from the classes of 2020 and 2021 who had virtual-only commencements, some of whom are joining us here today. If you have not attended an Evergreen graduation before, you should know that this is something different. We are not playing pomp and circumstance today. Some will wear academic regalia, some will not. This is a come-as-you-are affair. What we are doing today is bringing our whole authentic selves. We're celebrating accomplishments, both individual and collective. So let us prepare ourselves to share great joy. This is a historic graduation for Evergreen. It is our first in-person commencement since 2019. We may be a little rusty, so we thank you for your patience and your adaptability. More importantly, it was 50 years ago that we held our first small commencement ceremony in the lobby of the Evans Hall behind me with just 17 students. Evergreen graduations have long since outgrown the library lobby. So rather than ration tickets, we're outdoors today, rain or shine. It could happen. Indoor viewing is available in Purse Hall and in Seminar 2 building, the A wing on the first floor. And if you need help today, we have some first responders here ensuring a safe and memorable day for all of us. Thank you for your service. It's a historic graduation for Evergreen. It's a historic graduation for me personally. It was 35 years ago that I crossed the stage to receive my Bachelor of Arts degree. And thank you. I'll be honest with you, I don't remember very well the speeches from that day. I have no idea what the president said that day. What I do remember is the family and friends who spent that day with me. So graduates, as we prepare to honor you, to celebrate your accomplishments today, I invite you to offer your thanks to the faculty who are seated to your left. I invite you to offer your thanks to the staff who are working all across campus this week. And I invite you to offer your thanks to the family and friends who surround you today. Please rise if you are able. Make some noise. Show them some love. Now, by tradition and by law, it's Evergreen's Board of Trustees, acting on the recommendation of the faculty who award degrees. Trustees are unpaid volunteers appointed by the governor, confirmed by the state senate. They are here today representing the people of the state of Washington, and they have dedicated their time, their energy, ideas, and personal resources to support us, to support Evergreen. So I ask you to thank the Board of Trustees, including Trustee Sakiko Krishna, who is graduating today with their Master in Teaching degree. And I now invite to the lectern chair Karen Fraser to offer a few welcoming remarks.
Well, good afternoon. You are a beautiful sight. And the rain just stopped, for the record. Yay! So I'm Karen Fraser. I am the current chair of the Board of Trustees of the Evergreen State College. And as President Carmichael said, this is a very important year. It's Evergreen's 50th anniversary. And today, your graduation is joyful and celebratory day. And again, I'd like to also say thank you to the Artesian Rumble for a wonderful procession, and all of you for being part of a wonderful procession. It was great to watch you up here. So on behalf of the Board of Trustees of the Evergreen State College, I'm pleased to and honored to offer the board's most enthusiastic and hearty congratulations to each distinguished graduate. And these congratulations come from our members, who are Miguel Perez Gibson, Ed Zuckerman, Monica Alexander, Dr. Allison Brooks, Fred Goldberg, Sakiko Krishna, who you just met, and Chris Peters. And they are all full of smiles and applause for each of you today. And each trustee is very proud of your success, and you have excelled in a demanding educational program. And you've gained significant knowledge, you've developed remarkable talents, and you've greatly broadened your perspectives while here and your commitments while here. And I'd like to add, you've demonstrated impressive strength of character by accomplishing all of this during all the disruptions of COVID. And I think, yeah, yay, extra applause. And you're showing strength of character today by being here outdoors. But commencing today, you will be going forth to become engaging leaders, enhancing the lives of countless people throughout our communities, our country, and our world. So we honor and celebrate your success today. Today is also a day of appreciation. There are so many partners in your educational success today. First, want to express great appreciation to the faculty. We are very proud of the high caliber of our faculty and their deep and absolute commitment to students. So your graduation today is a proud day for them. How about applause for our faculty? And equally important, another one of your dedicated partners is the college staff and administration. They have provided essential support for you in many ways. Some you see and some you don't see. So this is a proud day for them. How about applause for them? And I'd like to note special appreciation for the dedicated, thoughtful, and effective college leadership being provided by our president, Dr. John Carmichael. Thanks. And as Dr. Carmichael said, the support and encouragement of family and friends is another key to your success. And the board also appreciates all the people in your lives, your family and your friends, who helped you reach today. So how about another stand-up applause for family and friends? Yay! We would also like to thank the many generous financial donors to the college and to the Evergreen's Foundation. They made possible scholarships and expansion of some of Evergreen's programs. So we greatly appreciate our Board of Governors. Applause for them. And all our donors. And we are a public institution, so we thank Governor Inslee and the Washington State Legislature for their continuing and enthusiastic support that makes your day possible. So Commencement Day is also a day for, in addition to appreciation and celebration, providing some good advice. So I have some that has been provided by other very excellent leaders, so I'll just provide 3 pieces of advice. One is from Eleanor Roosevelt. She said, "The future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams." So I encourage you to believe in yourself and proceed with confidence. And U.S. Supreme Court Justice Thurgood Marshall said, "Where you see wrong or inequality or injustice, speak out, because this is your country. This is your democracy. Make it, protect it, and pass it on." And then finally, from Reverend Dr. Desmond Tutu, he says, "If you are neutral in situations of injustice, you have chosen the side of the oppressor." So I encourage you to take to heart some of this wisdom and advice from some of the great people who've come before us. So to conclude, congratulations, let's celebrate and appreciate. We look forward to your future achievements. Thank you.
Thank you, Chair Frazier. A few more introductions and then we'll move into our program. I want to welcome members of the Evergreen State College Foundation's Board of Governors who are seated in the audience today. These are the alumni and friends raising money for scholarships and other programming at Evergreen. So let's thank them as well. And joining us on the platform today are Dr. Nancy Murray, Chair of the Faculty Agenda Committee, Kara Briggs, Vice President of Tribal Relations, Arts and Cultures, Dr. David McAvity, Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs, and Abby Kelso, Vice President for Advancement and Executive Director of the Evergreen State College Foundation. And finally, my close partner in leadership, our Executive Vice President, Dr. Dexter Gordon. I invite Dr. Gordon to the lectern now to introduce our first speakers.
Thank you, President Carmichael. Now to this year's guest speaker. Linda Weinman graduated from the Evergreen State College in 1976 with a BA in Humanities. In 2014, she received an honorary doctorate from Otis College of Art and Design for her contribution to the field of distance learning. Linda began her computer graphics career first working on animation for film, TV, and industry. She became a computer graphics instructor and adjunct faculty at Art Center College of Design, American Film Institute, and San Francisco State Multimedia Studies. She's the author of numerous how-to books and instructional videos, and is best known for co-founding one of the world's first online video course websites called lynda.com in 1995. The company sold to LinkedIn in 2015 and is now called LinkedIn Learning. After an early retirement, Linda chose to pursue a full-time art practice, which led her to combine her technical skills with pottery using 3D clay printing. She incorporates 2D software tools such as Photoshop and Illustrator, and 3D tools such as Rhino 3D and Grasshopper. Linda sleeps, breathes, and dreams in geometric and parametric forms. Her practice includes teaching and collaborations in a variety of mediums, with a focus on clay and digital fabrication. It is my honor and pleasure to give you this remarkable greener as our guest speaker today. Linda Weinman.
Well, it's so great to be here. Hello, everyone, and big congratulations to you and your families. Thank you so much for inviting me to be your speaker today. I mostly say no to speaking requests for reasons that I'm going to discuss later in my speech. But I said yes today without hesitation. Ever since I've said yes, I've felt the pressure of preparing the right words that will hopefully be helpful and inspiring to you. The majority of schools don't let their student body pick their commencement speaker, but because I know that you do, it's an extra special honor and responsibility to be here. As a proud Evergreen graduate, I possibly get the importance of this day more than any random speaker you could have invited. Evergreen holds such a deep place in my heart as it made such a huge impact on the rest of my life. Keep in mind that I graduated in 1976, which is 46 years ago. I was one of the first to graduate from Evergreen, as the college opened in 1971. I was also the first generation on my mother's side to go to college, as far fewer women went to college back in her day. My mom's aspiration for me was simple: to go to college, meet and marry a man who could provide a better living than my father had provided for us. It sounds sad, but that was what my mother believed a college education was for, because that's what she thought it would have meant to her. She was the product of her generation's mores and values, and when I look at it that way, I have forgiveness and compassion for her beliefs. I sought out Evergreen because I was unhappy with my life, and I was searching to better my situation. I came from a broken home where me and my siblings were shuffled between my mom, my grandparents, and my dad. My parents remarried people who didn't sign up for us kids, and it made us feel unwanted and abandoned. I love and forgive my family because we have all grown and evolved, and no one's actions were intended to hurt me or my siblings. But my family was angry. They yelled, they fought, they threw things. My family blamed each other and outsiders for their problems. I felt ashamed of them and sorry for myself. And all I could do was think about how to escape that cycle. As a teenager, long before Evergreen was even created, I read two books that changed my life: Summerhill by A.S. Neal, it's out of print now, and The Feminine Mystique by Betty Friedan. Summerhill was about a private British grade and high school that left the structure up to its students. If you went to school there and you wanted to practice art all day or skip math or go on a nature hike, you were allowed. The concept was if you allowed children to get bored, they would instinctively grow sick of doing nothing and eventually find their passion for subjects of their choosing. By letting children be the judge of what they studied instead of falsely motivating them with artificial rules, grades, and punishment, they will eventually develop a natural curiosity and intrinsic motivation. I didn't have a passion for anything or any kind of motivation, but it sure sounded enviable to me. I was an introvert, full of distractions from my troubled home life, and I was living in an inner world that made it hard for me to focus on school or on my grades. I wondered what it would be like to have intrinsic motivation and a natural thirst for knowledge. The book made me long for this instinct that I lacked and to seek it out. Reading The Feminine Mystique proved the first time and place that anyone explained feminism to me, as it was a concept that was brand new to my generation. Armed with stories and statistics, this book encouraged women and young girls like my 15-year-old self to aspire to be more than housewives and subordinates to men. It was the first time anyone offered me encouragement to seek a career or to consider that I could be anything other than a small bit player on the way to wife and motherhood. That was not what had been drilled into me by my upbringing, and this concept was as alien a reality as intrinsic motivation. Both of these books gave me hope that I could be something more than the low bar that my mom had set for me. I imagine that many of you in this audience might also be first-generation college graduates or are coming from low expectations like I did. I don't think it's an accident that we found Evergreen or that Evergreen opened its doors to us. I remember that feeling of landing here and being so lost. I would often stand in Red Square and look at the clock tower and feel so small. I would think about the amount of information and knowledge that lived inside the library building, and it burned an intimidating impression. I felt inadequate and unprepared for how to take advantage of such a place. This feeling of discomfort with the responsibility of your own education is an important rite of passage through which every Evergreener has had to pass. In past educational experiences, I might have felt bad that I didn't meet the expectations of my parents, my teachers, or my school, but I never felt bad about not meeting my own expectations. By shifting the responsibility from the goal of getting a passing or good grade to the responsibility of learning to meet your own expectations, Evergreen gives an immeasurable advantage over traditional colleges. While it's hard to explain Evergreen to a conventional mindset, the very lack of structure and messy learning paths is what will help you in your future more than I can convey. That uncomfortable, oh shit moment, when you realize the approval of the grading system isn't the goal anymore, that you're on your own to measure success, is at first a rude but essential awakening. This is one of the ways that Evergreen prepares you for life after college. Outside of school, no one will give you a simple roadmap and goalpost, but instead it will be a messy set of conditions that you will have to navigate armed with your life skills and tools. Instead of graduating as a good test taker, you are graduating as a good thinker, a good communicator, and a good strategist. Instead of grades, you learn to accept a written evaluation from your teachers and write a self-evaluation of your own. This is a more valuable practice than grade giving and taking. In the working world, you're going to need to hear the nuances of what was appreciated or not, and your ability to self-reflect and be self-aware and make honest judgments about your performance is going to be valuable. Today is a huge accomplishment, and nothing can take that from you. But beware, the diploma in your hand is not your ticket to success. Success is as false a construct as much as the degree is. Its meaning is relative to what success means to you, not to anyone else. You will meet countless amazing and accomplished people in your life who do not have college degrees. Your ticket to success is you, your wits, your strategy, your execution, and what you choose to do with what you have. Evergreen helped me go from a depressed teenager with little to no focus to being a person with hyper-focus and dogged self-determination. Evergreen gave me permission and encouragement to try different topics, different focuses, and to collaborate with other students and to find my tribe. Almost 50 years later, most of my close friends at Evergreen are still my close friends. We've seen each other through ups and downs of life, changes in the world that no one could have imagined, and have cheered each other on. In addition to the knowledge you learned here, you learned how to learn, and you found a network of like-minded people that will hopefully follow you through all that is yet to come. When I first graduated, I took jobs related to my interests, but not spot on. I worked at a retail store. I worked as an animator because I had a friend who got me a job tracing artwork. I started my own store, which failed miserably. I was a fashion designer for a short while and a retail buyer. Some of these jobs went well, and I got fired from a few. I took jobs because they paid the bills. I took jobs because they sounded good on my resume, but I didn't stick to anything for very long that didn't feel good or right. I switched around a lot until I found the thing that I loved, which ended up being computer graphics. At that time, you could not study computer graphics in college or easily find training or education in the topic. There was no YouTube, no social media from which to learn, or even a computer graphics major or minor at any college, large or small. I had to read books, attend user group meetings, be vulnerable and ask stupid questions, and learn through trial and error. Finding something that didn't have an established learning path came naturally to me because of my Evergreen roots. I had no problem asking others how to do things that I wanted to do, or spending hours trying something until I got it to work. I built a career as a computer teacher, a career that didn't even exist when I went to college. I've never been a traditional learner who takes and does well on tests based strictly on information. I'm a kinesthetic learner, so I have to do so I can learn. I need context as to why something works the way it does, and I don't do well listening to lectures or reading something in the abstract. When I started teaching computer graphics to others, I retraced my own hard-earned learning and tried to provide extra context and meaning along the way. I started by writing lessons and eventually books. And while my books and lessons were popular, I really hit my stride by offering videos that could show in real time how to do the computer processes. Video ended up being a way to capture and communicate more effectively than a how-to manuscript or tutorial. Lynda.com, the company and website that I built with my husband and hundreds of other contributors, created a platform for a library of video lessons taught by me and other experts. The approach was actually modeled after Summerhill and Evergreen. Lynda.com was the idea of an online set of courses that could be studied in or out of order. You could wander around the video library and take detours and side paths. That beginner's mind, when you don't know what you don't know, is a scary and vulnerable place. Making it safe without feeling judged is something we built into our platform by offering full anonymity and privacy of learning. No grade, degree, or outside carrot was the motivator. It was up to those who used lynda.com to be trusted to learn what they wanted, when they wanted, and how they wanted. Everything about lynda.com was geared to help learners learn the way you and I have learned at Evergreen in a free-form and trusting manner. Many may criticize the open nature of learning at Evergreen, Summerhill, and even lynda.com for not having the same rigor of more established learning institutions. Let's be honest about the effectiveness of standardized grading and fixed subject matter. The one-size-fits-all approach to public education in America is failing its purpose. It's not preparing the workforce for the 21st century because it's based on the false premise that a grade is the measurement of success and that what you study in high school and college will last for the rest of your life. We don't have to be good in every subject and get A's in everything. Each one of us is different with different aptitudes, talents, interests. There is a huge range of learning styles because we are all different and no two of us are alike. To all be compared to the same standardized model is not only outdated, inefficient, but it damages self-esteem. Once a student feels inadequate or punished for not being, air quotes, good enough in a subject, it can turn off a mind forever. By attending Evergreen, you and I have been given a gift to experience learning outside of this broken model. This gift is something to wear proudly and apply to the rest of your life. The Evergreen Handbook lists 6 powerful expectations of a graduate. I'm going to paraphrase and simplify them here, but they include: 1, assume responsibility for your own work and learning. 2, participate, collaborate, and invite diversity. 3, communicate creatively and effectively. 4, demonstrate critical thinking. 5, apply qualitative and quantitative modes of inquiry. And 6 is the most important of all. Demonstrate a synthesis of your learnings and apply them to your work. In a sense, you'll be building your value system throughout your life. But at Evergreen, you are asked to apply these values to your work here and beyond. This brings me to a key tenet in my personal value system, the concept of lifelong learning. Lifelong learning doesn't stop at a college degree. It doesn't stop at a successful career or any kind of reward. Lifelong learning is the reward. If you are a lifelong learner, you will never be bored. You will always grow, and you will build a learning muscle that will last through thick and thin. If you're growing, evolving, and being better all the time, that is the goal by which I measure personal success. Next, I want to explain the reason that I rarely speak in public. Most people know who I am because of lynda.com. And since it's sold, it's a compelling and tidy little success story. I suppose I could have ridden the coattails of that success story for the rest of my life, but I knew I had another chapter in me that was yet to be formed. While I am retired from the working world, my husband Bruce, who traveled here to be with me today, will tell you that he's never seen me work harder in my life. My new passion is ceramics and 3D printing. Even though I taught classes to artists and took zillions of art classes in high school and even at Evergreen, I never devoted myself to being an artist. I started by taking workshops at an art ranch in Colorado, and at these workshops you were asked to bring a portfolio, which I did not have. I remember standing in front of the class during what was supposed to be my presentation, and I burst into tears. Here I was, after creating and selling a groundbreaking company with nothing to show. I just knew I had a calling to do that work, but it was embarrassing to start at zero. I felt ashamed that I had no portfolio. I look back at those emotions today, 3 years later, and think it's so silly that I was so hard on myself for just starting out. But that's what happens when we do something scary and new. The vulnerability of wanting to be something, wanting to know something, but not having it yet is a hard place to be. The solution for me was to work hard and catch up. I might have been the only person on earth who enjoyed the stay-home version of the pandemic, but I threw myself into learning software, new techniques, and new skills. I learned how to load my first kiln on YouTube and took lots of Zoom classes with many wonderful teachers. I'm now confident in my class and agile and fluid. I self-identify as an artist, something I aspired to be 3 years ago. It didn't come easily, but it looks easy to people on the outside. I guess only me and my husband know how hard I've worked at it, but the payoff is that I've found a new love and I've never been happier. I know the theme for today's graduation is the quote by Ruth Bader Ginsburg, "Fight for the things that you care about, but do it in a way that will lead others to join you." Ruth fought by becoming a lawyer, being elected to the highest court of the land, and writing historic and inspiring opinions. I fought for what I cared about by making an online school similar to Evergreen and Summerhill. I'm now fighting to be the artist I want to be and challenging myself to make new and more ambitious work. I hope to see the results of your unconventional fights in the future, and I'm cheering you on. Be sure to bring a few greeners along for the ride, as the friendships and networks you've built here are treasures that you can leverage forever. I celebrate you and your graduation from my beloved Evergreen. I hope your experience here will carry you far as it has me, and that you will fight with your values for the things that matter to you. Not like Ruth and not like me, but in your way and in your time. Thank you very much for having me, for being unconventional, creative, and wearing it as a badge of honor. Off you go, my fellow alumni, and a heartfelt congratulations to the class of 2020, 2021, and 2022.
Class of 2020, 2021, 2022, and your families, faculty, staff, students, Board of Trustees, Board of Governors. One more time for Linda Weinman. Thank you, Linda. You are a true inspiration. It's significant that we turn from an accomplished grad to our undergraduate student speaker. Our undergraduate student speaker today is Abigail Green. I think Abigail knows some people. You know, there are some graduations where they ask you to hold your applause. Go ahead. Abigail is a graduate of the 2022 Olympia undergraduate program. 6 years ago, she was forced to drop out of high school and get her GED so she could work a full-time job to support herself. She never believed she would have the chance to go back to school to get a college degree or to be a student athlete. She made the South Puget Sound Community College volleyball team at a tryout. She also received her Associate of Arts degree from South Puget Sound Community College. She continued to the Evergreen State College, where she completed her Bachelor of Arts degree while playing for Evergreen's volleyball team. Where are the student athletes? Same noisemaker group. Go ahead. Abigail has a fire inside of her to keep striving for more and for empowering others along the way. Moving forward, she's starting a personal training business to help motivate and inspire people to find a love for life through wellness, health, and fitness. She wants to continue to use her past experiences and upbringing through books and public speaking in hopes of encouraging and uplifting others. It is my pleasure to yield the microphone to an outstanding Evergreen student about to be an Evergreen graduate, Abigail Green.
Thank you, thank you. Whew. Over the last few months, while you've all been nearing graduation, I'm sure you've been asked a few of the same questions I have. Questions like, what is your plan after graduation? What are you going to use your degree for? Or my favorite, what are you going to do next? Though, before we move on and start thinking about what is next, I'd like to challenge us to not look to the future just yet. I would like us, as a collective, to truly take in how huge this accomplishment is. Over the last 4 or so years, whether at this school or another, we have all worked extremely hard. Many tireless nights or early mornings, many of us working multiple jobs, being a student athlete, raising a family, and so much more, all while trying to prioritize our education. So, I would like us all to take a deep breath together and truly allow yourself to take in this moment. You did it. We did it. Congratulations. I am so proud of every single one of us. I encourage you all to take today to not look at what is next, but to truly appreciate this accomplishment and all you've done to get here. This year's theme involves Ruth Bader Ginsburg, which I think is perfect. As Irene Carmen once said, how to be like RBG. Work for what you believe in, but pick your battles, and don't burn your bridges. Don't be afraid to work hard. Think about what you want, then do the work. But then, enjoy what makes you happy. Bring along your crew, and have a sense of humor. As we move forward today and through life, we should strive to live like RBG. Stand up for what you believe in, but do it respectfully. Never be afraid to go after what you want, and always believe in yourself. Ruth Bader Ginsburg once said, "So often in life, the things we regard as impediment turn out to be great good fortune." I reside with this quote so much. 6 years ago, due to life circumstances that were out of my control, I dropped out of high school and got my GED so I could work full-time to support myself. I gave up all hope in any of my dreams. I never believed I'd go to college, let alone be a student athlete, or even walk across a stage like this. That thought was never in my mind. I never believed it would exist after that moment. And yet here I am, speaking at graduation 6 years later. Thank you. I share this to encourage you all moving forward, to encourage you to never give up on yourself, because this world can be cruel, but you can be resilient enough to make it through. Now, I'm not saying it'll be easy. As RBG says, real and enduring change happens one step at a time. So give yourself grace, be patient, and always believe in yourself, no matter what. Over these last 4 years, we have all experienced more than we could have ever imagined. Though, through every battle, through every high, and through every low, we have learned something. Everything that we have gone through has taught us, has shaped us, and has helped us grow into who we are supposed to be. We now get to take everything that we've learned, not only for ourselves, but to help those around us as well. As RBG once said, fight for the things you care about, but do it in a way that will lead others to join you. As you move forward into whatever is next for you, remember this quote. Remember all you've learned, and remember the power you have by following your dreams and going after what you believe in. Now, I would still like to encourage you all to take today to pause, because life moves quickly, and before we know it, we will be on to the next amazing endeavor. For now, let's take the time to be proud of all we have done over the last few years to complete this outstanding accomplishment. I am so proud of every single one of us. Congratulations, graduating class of 2020, 2021, and 2022. We did it!
We love you too. And now to our graduate speaker. Graduate students are that rare brand of people who are willing to face their families who ask them, "Are you never going to stop going to school?" So, we're honored to hear from our graduate student speaker today. Our graduate student speaker is Levi Harder. Levi, you got peeps. Levi Harder is an Oglala, Lakota graduate of the 2022 Master in Teaching cohort here at the Evergreen State College. Son of Charles Harder and Tana Voiles, he was born and raised north of St. Louis in the small village of Brighton, Illinois. During his time at Evergreen, he attended the Native Pathways program, where he was provided with opportunities to learn through Western and indigenous pedagogy, while maintaining and promoting an indigenous worldview. In the future, Levi plans to acquire a position with the Seattle Public School District, teaching social studies at the secondary level, where he lives in Seattle with his partner and children. It is my honor to invite to the microphone and ask you to welcome our graduate speaker, Levi Harter.
Hello. I was told I couldn't be too loud, so I'm gonna try to project. But it's truly an honor here to be before you all today. Had I really thought about the context of the speech, I might have reconsidered my very first public speaking event that I've ever done at the first formal events that I've been to since COVID began. So bear with me. Needless to say, this is not Zoom, and I'm not in the pajamas in my couch. Screen off. Moana playing on the background for the 13th time this month as my kids go wild. But nonetheless, I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to be before you to help commemorate this tremendous occasion, well deserving of celebration. It's truly an honor to be here, and allow me one of the first to keep saying and continue saying congratulations to the graduating class of 2022 and 21 and 20 and 19. We'll put them all in there. So yeah, truly an honor. I say this as someone who felt severely disenfranchised and cheated as I started my collegiate journey. I was 18, still living in my rural hometown, feeling socially, mentally, emotionally, culturally, spiritually, all the lees, isolated. Getting my associate's degree felt like 2 long years on a hamster wheel. I was moving, but it didn't feel like I got anywhere. Little did I know the invisible momentum that was accumulating on that wheel would propel me to the place that forever changed my life. The Dakota Access Pipeline protest, also known as Standing Rock, also known as #NoDapple. It was here that my passions and spirits, my desire to learn, were reinvigorated. Through the leadership of Indigenous women and youth, I was called back to the place where my people and peoples of the world gathered to stand up for the waters and lands that we all depend on. Indigenous leadership is what urged me to become truly radical, to look for a common root of what I'll call social ills, and attempt to pull it up and expose it so that no more poisoned blossoms may bloom. We're all amidst quite a tumultuous time in history. We all moved through many dealings with tragedy and fascistic violence over these last few years, and it seems that heartbreak has been perpetual. It's times like these in which it's easy to become depressed and downtrodden if we're not careful. Those who hold current systemic power are counting on us to face these alone. In these times, I believe it is relevant, they're counting on us to face these alone so that we as individuals can continue to fold under the force that they exert on us. In these times, I do believe it is relevant to remember the words of the departed Ruth Bader Ginsburg when speaking, when she asked, what would she say to young women of today? Fight for the things you care about, but do it in a way that lead others to join you. Overall, I agree with the message. Follow your passions, fight for what you believe in, and stand up for the things that you care about. The only thing that it would change is a single word. Take but and exchange it for and. Even if I am quoting the ever-popular white neoliberal feminist icon, it doesn't feel right. Even if I am quoting her, it doesn't feel right for me to be parading this message of, but do it in this way. Who am I to echo the words that tell women how to do something? But carries the weight of disapproval, of caution and civility. It's my personal belief that during this time, with the ways that women's rights are being infringed upon, birthing people's rights are being infringed upon, that caution only ought to be exercised by those in favor of this assault on bodily autonomy. So, instead of butting y'all, instead of throwing the butt at you, I encourage and fight for the things you care about and do it in a way that leads others to join you. No stipulations, no airs of caution. We're in a time where we need each other tremendously. Do not water yourself down to appeal to those who you think will join you. Speak courageously about your beliefs and listen even more intently when others share theirs. Leaders, if you want to be effective, get off the pedestal and seek to draw the issues out of somebody else. Get on the ground. Ask your coworkers, your neighbors, your friends, your families, that person you don't even know, what they are struggling with. Learn what it is to be human again. We need multiple fronts. And as I look into the many faces of this graduating class and accompanying family and friends, I see possible comrades everywhere. I know each one of you is more than capable of speaking your truth and listening from the heart because you chose this place in an attempt to find something more, in an attempt to find something different, something that would welcome you. It might not have been perfect, but this is the place where you succeeded during an unshakable pandemic, and this will be the place that you depart with what I hope is an even more unshakable will to fight for the things you care about and do it in a way that leads others to join you. Alone we are nothing, and we owe each other everything. I'm really over this. We don't owe each other. We owe each other our lives. We owe each other our future. We owe each other clean water. So I want to say thank you to those of you who asked me to speak today, and my family and friends who came out to support, and all the other accompanying, the people in your lives that's going to celebrate y'all today, because you did a good thing. So thank you to ask me to speak. Thanks, love and solidarity to all marginalized peoples around the world. And in memory of those that we've lost during this time, congratulations, and may you honor them and carry yourself in a way that makes you and your families proud. Free Palestine, give the land back to those of us who know how to control it. That's all I have to say today. Thank you very much.
If you're out there and you're thinking about a college, the Evergreen State College, this is the quality we produce. So come on and join us, and you will be able to represent like Levi. One more time. And now, to our faculty speaker. This year, our faculty voted to select Darshi Bopigadera as a graduation speaker. Dr. Bopagadera joined the Evergreen State College faculty in 1991. Her primary responsibilities include teaching first-year and senior-level chemistry programs. She has co-taught several programs integrating chemistry with the visual arts, providing access to chemistry to students from all backgrounds, designing engaging lab experiments to connect theory with practice, and increasing retention in the sciences have been her focus. Dr. Bopagadera is the founding faculty advisor of the Evergreen Chemistry Club, whose members are an integral part of her outreach activities to the greater Olympia community. Closest to her heart is the Chemistry in the Public Library project that provides access to science experiments to local school children from all walks of life at the Olympia Timberland Regional Library. Dr. Bopagadera serves on regional and national committees of the American Chemical Society. She was recently recognized by the AWIS Seattle chapter with the Excellence in STEM Education and Outreach Award. It's my pleasure to present this outstanding Evergreen faculty member and award-winning chemistry teacher and researcher, Dr. Darcy Bopagadera.
The President and Vice Presidents, the Provost, Board of Trustees, fellow faculty colleagues who I'm honored to represent today, staff members, parents, and guests of our graduates, and most importantly, Evergreen's 50th graduating class of 2022. Let me add to that, the class of 2020 and 2021, welcome back to campus. Many of us haven't gathered in person in this way, and it is just wonderful. Here you are, earning your degrees despite all of the challenges of the last 2 years. Celebrate it and take encouragement from it. You have proven, especially to yourselves, that you can overcome challenges and achieve your goals. Well done. Many of the speakers before me have spoken of the theme for this year's graduation, so bear with me for going at it one more time. Fight for the things you care about, and do it in a way that leads others to join you. I love it when students teach us a thing or two. These are wise words to live by from a great American hero. That's why so many speakers picked on those words, Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg. Her exemplary life and her commitment to justice is an inspiration for all of us. Fight for the things you care about. So what things do you care about? As you wait for this ceremony to end so you can start your real life, I assume at least 2 things rise to the top of your list: getting a job and living a happy life. So let's talk about those 2 things. It is really fortunate that you find yourself in a favorable job market. So use this opportunity to find the job of your dreams. Don't settle. Aim higher. Look not for just a job, but for one that you will yearn to go back to every day. As college graduates, your voice will count more in the workplace. What will you do with that power? Will you act on the passionate conversations you engaged in seminar discussions centered on equity? Will you speak up in favor of equal pay for equal work and for workers' rights? Will you advocate for those who have little say in their workplaces? What about those of you who learn to analyze samples in our laboratories? Will you use your skills and your knowledge to affect change so that everyone in the world can hope for clean air, clean water, and clean soil? Remember also to advocate for yourselves in the workplace. Ask for what you want, be it a pay raise, change of projects, continuing education, or attending a conference. One of the 6 expectations of an Evergreen graduate is to participate collaboratively and responsibly in a diverse society. Now, you can choose to be the embodiment of that ideal. As Evergreen graduates, you have been prepared to be lifelong learners. This is fortunate because you will find that you have much to learn in the workplace. Seek out employers who support your education and take advantage of every learning opportunity to advance your skills. As you look to the future, many of you will be asking, how do I live a happy life? Happiness has different meanings for different people. Some define happiness by how much wealth they have. There is nothing wrong with that, of course. But because you're Evergreen graduates, I want to challenge you to create happiness for yourselves by helping others. You can look to former Greener graduates for inspiration. Not too far from this campus, there's an organization called GRUB, Garden Raised Bounty. You've been there, I can tell, right? Founded by Greener grads, this organization supports troubled youth by helping them to grow wholesome produce for their neighbors. Or consider Safe Place in downtown Olympia. Also started by Greener grads. They provide a safe environment for battered women and children. The success of these organizations has inspired other cities and towns to establish similar organizations modeled after them. These are only a couple of examples of the many ways in which Greener grads are serving their communities. What a proud legacy of service you have. And now you can choose to contribute to it. These are, of course, examples of great accomplishments. Not all of us are, however, called to do such great things. Personally, I take solace in the words of Mother Teresa, who said, "Not all of us can do great things, but we can all do small things with great love." Graduates, I hope you will dig deep and find the resolve to make a difference for someone else every day of your life. You have the potential to make an impact that perhaps you cannot imagine today. I can assure you that by living this challenge of doing small things with great love, you will certainly live a happier life. Class of 2020, 2021, and 2022 graduates, congratulations and good luck.
You've listened to us speak, and I'd like to ask you one more time in appreciation for all of our speakers this afternoon. And now, the Evergreen Singers. The Evergreen Singers come to you under the direction of Faculty Emerita Marla Elliott. The group will sing "Here Comes the Sun." Please join in if you would like to help us bring the energy and bring the miracle of the sun.
The Evergreen Singers. Marla told me yesterday this performance was either going to be prophetic or ironic, and I think we're going to make it. I also want to thank our ASL interpreters who are helping us make this event accessible today. And now, we are about ready to start awarding some degrees. So we're going to do this in two groups. We're going to award the graduate degrees first and then the undergraduate degrees. I want all the parents, family, and friends to know if we've got professional photographers around the stage, so if you don't have a good shot where you are, we're going to have you covered. I'm going to ask the graduates, after you cross the stage and collect your diploma, return to your seats. These are the last minutes we're going to spend together like this. And the last person crossing the stage deserves the same support, respect, and celebration as the first. They'll thank you for your consideration. Now I would like to invite to the lectern Evergreen's Provost, Dr. David McAvity, and I also invite forward the Chair of the Evergreen State College Board of Trustees, Karen Frazier. Dr. McAvity, will you present the candidates for the master's degrees?
Thank you, John. Are you ready? Yeah. Good. Woo! All right, members of the board, members of the faculty, and invited guests, I am pleased to present the candidates for the degrees of Master in Teaching, Master of Environmental Studies, and Master of Public Administration, as well as our 2020 and 2021 graduate program alumni who have accepted our invitation to walk across the stage today. There are 59 students in the 29th class of the Master in Teaching program. They are well prepared to join the ranks of K through 12 educators and will help build a more equitable education system featuring strong relationships between teachers, students, families, and their communities. There are 35 students in the 36th class of the Master of Environmental Studies program. These candidates are prepared for complex work in a rapidly changing field, one that is particularly visible here in the Pacific Northwest. Public, private, and third sector organizations will benefit greatly from their knowledge and skills. The 40th class of the Master of Public Administration program comprises 46 students. Many were already working in the nonprofit sector or dedicated public servants when they entered our program. Today, they are better prepared to promote and engage citizenry, lead effective organizations, and instill public trust in government. Chair Fraser, on behalf of the faculty, I present to you the candidates for the degrees of Master in Teaching, Master of Environmental Studies, and Master of Public Administration. Will the candidates please rise? Members of the board, members of the faculty, and invited guests, I am pleased to present the candidates for the degrees of Master in Teaching, Master of Environmental Studies, and Master of Public Administration. No, but you're ready to greet them.
Okay.
T.J. Ripley. Austin Bennett. Catherine Merwin. Jesse Cubberly. Tiana Barrios. Avery Love Brookshire. Megan Sharrow. Madison Joe Larson. Christopher Omar Machado Granison. Amanda Freeman. Kaylee Elizabeth Savage. Miss Shauna Watkinson. Samantha R. Despain. Tessa Marie. Colin Tate. Gracie Bucklew. Cole Curtright. Sierra McHale. Tara Wilson. Norma Vasquez Hernandez. Imelda Esther Acosta Osaraga. Jessica Paola Sanchez Diaz. Jonathan Douglas. Jewel Martin. Trevor Mansmith. Tori Fleury. Radhika Sakiko Krishna. Levi Harder. Sarah Kaiser. Catherine Dansero. Elizabeth Merlot.
Great to see you. We're gonna take over. Yep. Melissa Sanchez.
Mary McHale. Scott Holder. Stephanie S. Taylor. Melinda Bratch Horsiger. Haley Tresenritter. Denby Perry. Candace Penn. Wayne Buchanan. Morningstar means Marcellet. Kyle Pittman. Kamala Keys Brown. Kaoru Kusano. Jasmine Falk Dickerson. Alexandria Swanson. Joe Aguilar. Luis Apollonia Torres. Ariel Burks. Holly Stedham. Kayla Monkey Hargett.
Congratulations. Okay. All right. All right. I now present the candidates for the degrees of Bachelor of Arts and Bachelor of Science. Woo! There are 564 students graduating today, having completed their studies in Olympia, Tacoma, and through the Native Pathways program. I also welcome our 2020 and 2021 undergraduate alumni who have accepted our invitation to walk across the stage today. These students joined Evergreen at various stages of their lives and educations, and they range in age from 19 to 71. Whoa. While a significant number of our graduates have been here for the entirety of their education, coming directly from high school, many came as transfer students from Washington's community colleges and beyond, and some have returned to college after years in the workforce or raising families. And while the majority of our students hail from Washington, Evergreen's unique educational model draws students from across the country. Welcome to those of you who are joining us near and far to celebrate your graduates today. It is important to acknowledge that while many of our graduates have dedicated themselves to their studies full-time, a significant number have navigated Evergreen while balancing the complex demands of full-time work, families, and study. I want to take a moment to thank each and every one of you in the audience for the myriad ways that you have supported your Evergreen student as they have journeyed towards this day, especially during this period of COVID-19. And to our graduates, we are all enriched by the diverse talents, perspectives, and experiences represented in this graduating class, and we are so grateful that you chose Evergreen as your learning community. Evergreen offered you tremendous freedom to design your unique educational path. We all look forward to seeing all that you achieve as you extend that path in new directions and on new adventures. Will the candidates please rise? Chair Fraser, on behalf of the faculty, I am pleased to present these candidates for the degrees of Bachelor of Arts and Bachelor of Science.
Thank you, Provost McAvity. On behalf of the Board of Trustees, I am honored to have played a role in your education, and I trust that your time at Evergreen will become an important part of a lifelong quest to learn all you can. With the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees, it is my pleasure to confer upon you the degrees of Bachelor of Arts and Bachelor of Science. So will the candidates please follow the marshal to be recognized?
Kevin Bray. Reba Van Brunt. Eva Delamater. Hey, Linda Angela Terry. We got some Nakia Jean DeMiro. And we have Phoenix Ash Dorsey Billy. Brianna Johnson Easter. Abigail Green. Terry Graves. Madeline Steyer. Savannah Charles. And Foster kids can do it, she said. Samantha Rand Hyatt. Morgan Harper. Olivia K. Shinsky. Kayla Bray DeLu. We got some Andrea Squally in the house. Shay Squally. Shanaina Squally. Jacob Harville. Alliteration here, folks. Lacey Lee Lewis. Ayana Sanchez. Alice Johnstone.
Hannah Lee Breyer Lois Otter Hines. Anthony Tackett. Tashawn DeVille. Danisha Harris. Trey Applegate. Annie Applegate. Yay for Evergreen Tacoma. Scott Holitz. James Martinez. Bunny Pedersen Hardawes. Nabani.
Christine Gunn.
Javi Fisher. Amber Chapin. Alexis Flood. Nick Reed.
Good afternoon, Greeners, friends, and family. My name is Steph Beck, Dean of Evening Weekend Studies and proud Greener grad 1986. I have the honor today to introduce a student who realizes a central value and purpose of the Evergreen State College. In 1971, Evergreen opened its doors with the purpose of clearing away barriers to learning, of making an excellent liberal arts education accessible to everyone, especially those who have been historically marginalized and excluded from higher education. Dylan Keel put in the hard work. He has embodied the dig deep spirit of Evergreen. Today, he will graduate along with all of you In doing so, he will be the first person with Down syndrome in the history of Washington State to receive and earn a baccalaureate degree.
My name is Dylan Keel, and it is an honor to talk to you today. I would like to thank my parents, who are Evergreen alumni and inspire me to become a gooey duck, as well as everyone who gave me the tools to succeed on this path. I have to say, wow, I never thought I would make it this far. I am the very first person with Down syndrome to graduate with a bachelor's degree from the entire state of Washington. Now I am starting a new journey, and so are all of you. Every single one of us has a personal adventure that is waiting for us to explore, and new exciting challenges that we're prepared to face because of the skills we've gained at Evergreen. All of our hard work, perseverance, and never giving up has led us to this very moment. When I first started, I had people tell me that I wasn't ready for college, and it discouraged me. Instead of giving up, I built a yes team of people like former faculty and friend, Dr. Chico Herbison, who supported my goals and gave me the resources to succeed. We're all here because of our hard work and dreams, and of course, the Evergreen community that lifted us up by seeing our potential that's just waiting to be unveiled. That's why Evergreen is special. Each one of us brings something uniquely special to the Evergreen community. And it's been a joy to learn from all of you over my time here. Evergreen is based on acceptance, where many other students, like me, can have a right to be included. Diversity and inclusion creates a well-rounded community for us all. I want my academic and revolutionary achievements to open new doors for more students. I see the greatness in all of you graduates, and I encourage you to use your skills to create a beautiful, diverse environment. Fellow graduates, always continue to dream big, celebrate your abilities, and live your life with ambition and pride as we take the gooey duck spirit with us. Congratulations to all of us. We made it. Let's graduate with our heads held up high.
Dylan Alder Keel. Grayson Hooper. Donna Leduc. B.B. Boland. Camille Galeno. Aaron Kennedy. Kia Thomas. Shelley Cedar.
Aubrey England.
Penny Simone Hensel, Levine.
Inez Rodriguez.
Jesse Canor.
Brina Blackwell.
Landon Jones.
Tet So.
Sydney Guffler.
Annabelle Anderson.
Priti Tamang.
Steve Ort.
Marie Kelly.
Finn DeGear.
Javi Alban Garza.
Rose Ibris. Orion. Theodosa Elysium.
Caroline Irwin.
Alethea Odell.
Sarah Moorhead Pultine.
Viola Herman.
Kendra Benfield.
Ellen Handyside.
Skylar O. Webb.
Ilana Kearney.
Luis Rodriguez.
Diana Corcoran.
Kaylee Daniel.
Lillian De La Rosa Tierra.
Jacob Crawford.
Whitney Ann Lawless.
Adam Carpenter.
Ashley B. Jones.
Michael Matheny.
Finn Foley.
Gary Mann.
Joseph St. Ange.
Kate Nickerson.
Mercury Marvin Sunderland.
Congratulations to
Martin.
Ryan Townsend.
Simone Martin.
Ryan C. Franz.
Heather Ray.
Madison Steckley.
Scott Sperling.
Crystal Reddington.
Autumn Rain.
Sarah Porterfield.
Ryan Hartney.
Jennifer Brewer.
Georgie Foxall.
Lilia Robinson.
Tiana Dunbar Wiles.
Annika Berger.
Sasha Coast.
Reese Chamberlain.
Leanna Tracy.
Anya Waldeck.
Elizabeth Smith.
Hugh Mann.
Marissa Cummings.
Hazel Carlson.
Riley Lucille Williamson. Con Williamson.
Matthew Pruitt.
Mia Mowers.
Aisha Molness.
Alexander Vasquez.
Pierre Vincent Rivera.
Autumn Tomasi.
Clifford Williams.
Mallory Barton.
Twyla Allen. Twyla Allen.
Eve Tade.
Erica Cervantes.
Keith Mink.
Robert Hunt.
Kira K. Chapman.
Penelope Jones.
Olivia Friedis.
William Elgin Seymour.
Victoria Wendell Block.
Congratulations. Miette Duchesne.
Nathaniel Block.
Colby Pearson.
Jacob Cohen.
Xavier Woods.
Sage Van Loo.
Sky Edwards.
Barnaby Caldwell.
Elena Sturm.
C. Silver.
Abby Maroney.
John Gundea.
Marie Claire Willis.
L. Personius.
Clara Riggio.
Gavin McLeroy.
Genevieve Kling.
Justin Pierre.
Madeline Linder.
Camille Sturman.
Aiden Linder.
Stephen Quick.
Reno Buchanan.
Hunter Herman.
Eddie Chavez.
Olivia Honey Lynn Turner.
Day Glisson.
Colin Booker.
Camille Goodall.
Alexander Gonzalez.
Tavia Haverman.
Cole Roderick.
Astro Bach.
Sonny Bieber.
Isadora Colpo.
Zoe Ortega.
Bean Ramsey.
Sadie Williams.
Josephat Barcenas Argueda.
Jason Beener.
Cameron Pennell.
Justin Besant.
Sawyer Nagel.
Ethan Carter.
Judah Christian.
Caitlin T.
Yukim Nomoto.
Emma Rose Ferber.
Jeremy Giuntoli.
Michael Vergeront.
Laura Johnson.
Misha Lee Inamoto.
Jacob Ham.
Tor Knobloch.
Alexandra Breed.
Allie Bailey.
M. Sprouse.
Pete Moss Wyvern.
Zachary Young.
Aubrey Johnson.
Lily Mayer.
Tobias Wick.
Sierra Turner.
Oliver Babcock.
Lillian Rose Sloan Bryce.
Michelle Bilgren.
Lindsay Sarah Stern.
Simon Dubieff.
Anna Renee Vinson.
Lydia Dye.
Carly Franco.
Anya Burson.
Riley Morrison.
Lori Jo Heinsohn.
Caden Harrington.
Charlotte Elizabeth Aldrich.
Alex McIntyre.
Jessica Haney.
Lindsay Dalthorpe.
Ashley Rushley.
Kate Slauson.
Carlos Orozco.
Eli Lambert.
J.C. Crea Wortham.
Segan Lambert.
Hartley Coffey.
Dion King.
Monday morning.
Kaylin Lindgren.
Elmer Callahan.
Robbie Wood.
Jennifer Herrera.
David Vanver.
Rebecca Kruger.
Jamie Gunther.
Imani Katari Tins.
Mick Bremond.
Daryl Jordan.
Alan Montez.
Trinity Petone.
Chase Falash.
Austin Curry.
Hunter Falash.
LeBrandon Price.
Victoria Getz.
Trevor Jones.
Bridget Evane Grimm.
Seth Wynn.
Deanne Michelle Fleeman.
Cody Cook Wincher.
Taylor Williker.
Joseph Pratt.
Alex Tashero.
Christopher Lappins.
Avery Millard. Matthew Pomeroy.
Eric and Fox.
Stephanie Jansen.
Travis Baker.
Brett Manzel.
Susan Garner Gillis.
Ozzy.
Alicia Bustamante.
Annie Yo.
Elliot Kennedy.
Jose Garibaldi Brambilla.
Gabrielle Casiado.
Brandon Ellington.
Jenica Robinson.
Jimmy Mason.
Chelsea Morgan.
Emily Louise Christensen.
Ash Edmonds.
Molly Runstrom.
Emily Karch Shields.
Harmony Pierce.
Dustin John Scott.
Masiti Haji.
Milo Patterson.
Michelle Borejas.
Josiah Palmer.
Shylin Gutches.
Caleb Poppy.
Rachel Fulgenetti.
Victoria Rose Early.
Samantha Brazier Agnew.
Andreas Francisco Juan.
Brian Piernan.
Summer Cordova.
Elisa Brown.
Sydney Phelan.
Danny Robichaud.
Veronica Emerson.
Mikhail Williams.
Jesus Castellanos.
Sarah Fossau.
Miles Rosati.
Garrett Edwards.
Olivia Merrithew.
Amelia Borgacki.
Jenny Rose Wright.
Alexandra Feely.
Tiana Tempe.
Caden Spooner.
William Ray.
Claire Taylor.
Taylor Choate.
Lalani Tuinu Kuafe.
Sarah Aarons Balwet.
Antonio Rowe.
Brianna Strobel.
Astrid Montserrat Sanchez Diaz.
Elizabeth Blanchett.
Shay Roberts.
Lydia Rowland.
Aster Martinez.
Tuan Pham.
Adam Bartel.
Phil Truong.
Megan Long.
Tuan Pham.
Jonathan Ostendorf.
Hui Nguyen.
Nora Shengru.
Junbo Park.
Daisy Claire Shengru.
Esther Prentice.
Haley Marie Salazar.
Hannah Kane. Abigail Kent.
All right, I think we're getting the message here. So we're going to close out the program today. I'm going to ask if you are able, rise to your feet. Join the Evergreen Singers under the direction of Faculty Emerita Marla Elliott in her final performance with the group and singing the Alma Mater. You'll find the words on the back of your program. Thank you all for being here. Congratulations to the graduates today. So some want to observe the tradition of moving the tassels. So this is the time. Move your tassels. All right. As soon as we have located a pianist, we will sing the Evergreen Fight song.
I have. You have it
Evergreen.